This is the BigBig One Blitz 2 controller. Is it good for fighting games? Let's find out. It comes in this nice box right here, and it works for Windows, the Switch, Android, and iOS. Here's the controller itself, and it comes with USB-A to USB-C cable. This is about 6 feet. It's nicely braided. You can also play it wirelessly via this dongle. We have 2 additional sets of joystick caps, and what I have on here are the shorter ones, so I like these the best. In addition to the circle D-pad, we also have a traditional cross-shaped D-pad, and these are for the extra buttons. Is you just take off the adhesive here, and then you just kind of tape it on here, so that way the buttons are raised. You literally just put it on top, and now it's a lot taller. In terms of build quality, this is a very well built controller. And you get this really nice rubbery handle here. Very grippy. Now I want to talk about comfort for a little bit. The handles on here are pretty vertical. Usually I prefer handles to angle out a little bit, so when you hold it, there's not too much of a wrist bend. So you see right here, there is a wrist bend. However, this is comfortable. Now if you take a look at this controller here, the handles are pretty short. It ends at this part of my palm. When you use it for a long time, it digs into your palm. But with this handle, it's a lot longer, so it goes past this part of my palm, and I'm able to fully grip the whole handle. And isn't it amazing how just a simple fact of having longer handles will make a controller so much more comfortable to use. The switches on these buttons are micro mice switches. Typically, I don't prefer mice switches, but these are actually pretty good. They're clicky and tactile. Now on the surface, this looks like a trigger, right? But if you press it, it doesn't have a lot of travel at all. And there's no trigger locks or anything. These triggers are actually just buttons. And this is great for fighting games. It allows me to press the face buttons and the triggers at the same time a lot easier. The sticks on here are pretty nice. The tension is pretty light. I would say they are about the same as the official Xbox controllers. There are these rings here. It makes rotating a lot smoother. Alright, let's get to the D-pad. This is what it looks like underneath. And you just slap this guy on. In terms of cardinal directions, this is fantastic. I can do all of my counters with ease. And because it is circular, motion inputs is also very good on this controller. Double taps are very responsive. So yeah, this is just a fantastic D-pad here. Let's switch to this cross-shaped D-pad. When compared to the disc D-pad, the cross-shaped D-pad is a lot smaller. You see how the disc D-pad essentially covers the whole base of the D-pad, but the cross-shaped D-pad is inside the base. My thumb essentially covers the whole thing. And I typically don't like smaller D-pads just because my hand is kind of big, and smaller D-pads just feel a little cramped to me. However, after getting used to the smaller size, this is actually also a very good D-pad. It's accurate in terms of cardinal directions. And because it is a cross shape, you can really feel the directions. All the motion inputs works. Even though I don't prefer smaller D-pads like this, when it comes to motion inputs, because of the smaller size, it makes executing them a lot faster. The play D-pad here is also really good with motion inputs. Personally, I prefer the bigger one, the circular one, and that's because I have big hands. But if you're somebody who has smaller hands, or in general you prefer cross-shaped D-pads, and this cross-shaped D-pad is also very good. So it really comes down to preference. They're both really good for fighting games. If you're playing on the PC, you can download this app right here. It's called BigBig One Assistance. And here's the app. You can get up to 4 profiles here. I have 2. These are the games that I play the most. Here you can adjust the motion sensing. You can remap things or set it to turbo. And this is a really cool feature. In this app, it allows you to disable certain buttons. So for example, I've disabled up by using the null, and then I program up to one of the back buttons. Why am I doing this? This is to prevent accidental jumps. Sometimes in the heat of battle, when you want to do a quarter circle forward or backwards or whatever, and your thumb accidentally go up too much, your character is going to jump accidentally. With this setting, I don't have to worry about that. And if I want to jump, I just press this back button. The other cool thing about this app is it allows you to program macros. So of course you can program the whole combos if you want. For me though, I like to use this feature to program diagonals onto the extra buttons. This helps me execute Jamie's dive kick really fast and easily. Look at that, 3 in a row. Now the other thing that this app allows you to do that I haven't seen any other apps do is the fact that you can actually program the timing of it. And this is great for just frame moves that require you to execute in 1 frame, for example, like in Virtua Fighter 5, Akira's just frame move. It's practically impossible for you to execute it consistently on your own. And you can say that it's cheating, but if you're just messing around and see if certain combos work, this is a great way to execute those moves without pulling your hair out. Alright, let's head over to Gamepadla and check out the input lag test. For the button latency is 5.5 milliseconds. The sticks are a little bit faster at 4.65. Polling rate 2000 Hz, insane. Jitter is okay at 0.42 milliseconds. And look at this. The dongle is also 2000 Hz, insane. The stick latency is a little bit slower at 6.73 milliseconds, and the button latency is at 8.27 milliseconds. It's a couple of milliseconds slower when you're using the dongle. And on Bluetooth, 125 Hz. On the Switch, it's 62 Hz. Oh my goodness. Unless you really have to, don't use Bluetooth. Not only that it's slow, but Bluetooth has a lot of interference as well. Alright, final thoughts. This controller really surprised me. I honestly didn't expect much from it. I typically don't like the handles being vertical, but it turns out to be really comfortable. The D-pads, both of them are fantastic for fighting games, and I really like the fact that this is just a button. This makes it so much better for fighting games. If you're looking for a solid controller for fighting games, you really can't go wrong with this guy. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed the video and found it to be helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe for more, and take care now.